Now live from Palin Music Studios in Springfield, Missouri, it's Wake Up with Greg. Here's your host, Greg.
Hey, good morning, friends, and welcome to Wake Up with Greg. I am your host, Greg Rosander with Palin Music Center. Happy Thursday to you all. Thrilled to be here with you. It's a beautiful day outside today. Nice and crisp, cold in the morning in the mid-50s, I think it was today coming in, which is just beautiful. Absolutely love that. So it's fall. Fall is still sticking with us, so maybe summer's done. I'm hoping that's the case. But just gorgeous sun is out today, so it's not gloomy as it has been past days. So absolutely love this for this new fall. So hey, welcome to the show. Happy to have you here today. We're going to have some fun today. I've got what I think is an interesting bit of information for you. So we'll be sharing that. And for those of you new to the show, I'll just tell you quickly who we are and what we're doing. As I said, with Palin Music Center, this is our, of course, our Palin Music Center, the YouTube channel. I'm here every weekday morning, 8:30 a.m. Central, to share the internet's coolest instruments. They're available for you to purchase on our website at palinmusic.com. I'm choked on that word website. I don't know. Anyway, you can get them on our website, palinmusic.com, or you can check out our Reverb page at reverb.com, or you can call me if you want to chat. My number is 417-882-7006. Would love to talk to you about horns or hey, anything else you want to talk about. I'm open. I love to chat. So today I have a trio of trumpets for you, and I'm doing something a bit different, maybe unique, I don't know, but we're sticking with one model of trumpet in 3 variations. So we have the Bach Stradivarius trumpet, and we're going to be talking about that. Help, music is playing. Okay, music is gone. I don't know what's going on, Mom. We'll get this technology figured out here, I'm sure, before too long. So thank you for sticking with us. So yeah, 3 great Bach Strad trumpets. We'll be talking about those. And then, of course, in addition to the cool instruments, we just like to have some fun. I talk about music, films, art, literature, you name it, travel, food, whatever's on my mind. And whatever's on your mind. Arnell is here. Good morning. Cowboys versus Giants tonight. Thursday night football. All right. Who's going to win? Man, I don't know. I think I'm going to pull for the Cowboys because my buddy Kyle Vance is a huge Cowboys fan. And Aaron Bryan, our company VP, is a Cowboys fan. We got a lot of Cowboys fans in the company. So you know what? Let's root for the Cowboys. I don't have any attachment to the Giants. Got nothing against them, but you know, we'll go for the Cowboys tonight. So yeah, that's that. For those of you who are wonder what we're talking about, we've got the live stream chat going on, which is the best way for us to have some fun on this show, to interact and talk about anything really. But you can ask your questions about what you see on the show. You can make your comments. Let me know where you're watching from in the world. You know, we've got folks from all over the country and around the world actually watching the show. So haven't really had anybody reporting in from out of the country this week, but it doesn't mean you're not out there. You're just not telling me. That's all right. So a note about the chat, of course, you know, the best way for us to interact, but of course, you know, please keep it clean, polite, and appropriate for this family show. And, you know, avoid the hot topics like religion and politics and all that stuff. So, but let's just have some fun with it. You know, that's the best part about it. So yeah, that's who we are. That's what we do. You know, what you guys can do for me, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you're not subscribed, it's not going to hurt anything to hit that subscribe button. 6:38 in San Francisco, man, bright and early out there. My mother-in-law is on her way to San Francisco today. As a matter of fact, she's on her way to flying out today to start her cruise through the Panama Canal. She's got a 2-week cruise coming up. She's super excited about that. So, hey, you know what? She's probably watching. Everybody give Penny a bon voyage on the chat here. Say, bon voyage, Penny. Have a great trip. So sailing from San Francisco around through the Panama Canal and up to Florida, I think, is the itinerary. So she's gonna have a great time. It's gonna be awesome. I'm super excited for her and jealous because, man, I'd love to be on a cruise. Maybe we should do a Wake Up with Greg cruise. That would be awesome. We could do the show every day from the boat out on the ocean. I mean, what could be better than that? All right, I'm going to get my team on that. We're going to do a Wake Up with Greg cruise. And maybe we can offer a prize to a viewer to join me on the cruise. That'd be even better. All right, so anyway, those are the things we talk about. We just get a little crazy around here. So, yeah, like, comment, subscribe, share this with all your friends, family, relatives, everybody you know. Let's get the word out about how much fun we have in the morning doing this show. All right, so that's all the business stuff. Let's dig into some fun here and show off some cool horns and talk about music and other things. But before we do that, let's say good morning to Jordan. Good morning, Jordan.
Hey, good morning.
How are you?
Pretty good.
Good. What does your shirt say? Hard work, you?
That's my college.
Is that your college?
Yeah.
Nice. Love it. All right. So tomorrow, episode 150.
Pretty crazy.
150. Holy smokes, guys.
Man.
I don't know if we're going to do something absolutely crazy or not, but you're going to have to stay tuned to find out. So anyway, Vincent's here. Good morning, Vincent. Max is here. Good morning, Max. Arnell. I think I've already said Arnell. Mom's here, of course. Great to have you all with us. So yeah, I think that's about it, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, might as well just get going and dig into some horns here.
Right.
Got my Hawaiian coffee here. So all loaded up with that, ready to get some energy.
Very tasty.
Very tasty indeed. I should bring you some. Are you drinking tea or coffee this morning?
Coffee.
Coffee.
Yeah.
What kind?
Folgers.
Folgers. Mountain grown, baby. It's the Folgers. It's the way to start your day for sure.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's dive in, shall we?
Let's do it. All right. Can you tell us about your shirt and watch today?
Shirt and watch. Yes. The shirt. Kind of a classic pattern on this shirt. I don't know what you'd call it. But it's a Daniel Cremieux shirt once again. And this one I got at like a super bargain. It was on like a clearance rack or something, because I think it might have been sized wrong or something, but you can't really see it there. But if I get up close, you can maybe see just the really cool pattern that's on this shirt. Not a paisley, but it kind of, honestly, it looks a bit like engraving you would see on a saxophone, which is kind of cool. Man, yeah, imagine a silver saxophone with this engraving on it. That'd be freaking sweet. Or a trumpet, or a trombone, or a French horn, whatever. You can engrave it on whatever you want. But I like it. It's a comfy shirt. Anyway, so that's the shirt. Daniel Cremieux, check him out. And then the watch. This is, you know what? I'm just going to do it this way. It's easier to do this. Maybe you can see it better. This is my Bulova. I don't know the model of this. I'm sure there is one, but it's probably just a bunch of numbers and letters. But this is one of my oldest watches. I think my wife gave me this years ago. But absolutely love it. Really nice Bulova watch there. It's a quartz watch. Fancy, not really guilloche on the dial, but you know, it's got some texturing, and so it kind of catches the light in different ways. So anyway, that's my fun. It's got a little date marker at the 3 o'clock. Yeah. So there you go. You know, it's kind of funny. Of course, it may be a watch piece. I don't know if you can see it at the 12 o'clock marker there. I can't get this in a position to where you can see it. Never mind. It looks like a tuning fork, but maybe it's like a watch part, like a palette fork or something. I don't know. Anyway, if you like watches and really cool watch stuff, there's a couple of guys I recommend you checking out. Teddy Baldessar on YouTube. You can check him out. And Red Dead Restoration. This guy, I think he's in Australia. I'm not sure, but does a lot of like nice high-end watch restorations, which is really cool. So anyway, just a little plug for the watch folks out there. All right, so that's the shirt, that's the watch, that's the game. Let's play Bacchanalia of Bach trumpets. First item up for grabs, and I'm going to show this case first because the case is identical across the board on all three of these, because they're all technically the same model, just with some variations. So we'll show you the case. See that cool Bach medallion there on the case. Classic brown leather style case with the cool, you know, alligator trim on the edges and on the handles. Brass hardware, just classic, elegant styling. Everything you want in a professional trumpet case on the exterior, and then popping this open for the interior. Similar to like the Schilke cases, you've got this really classic, elegant style. This phone is so backwards. I'm twisting everything wrong. So this has got a nice navy blue, kind of the classic navy blue that you see in the Bach cases, with the embroidered Bach logo there in the center. Schilke does theirs with the nice forest green on the interior, and then their logo is in white or silver maybe. But I just love the elegance of it, and it's just so classic and beautiful. Lots of big accessory storage space in here. This is not a true double case. You can't fit two horns, but you've got plenty of room for mutes and all the other stuff. So, all right, so to show you the horn, here it is. And I'll start with the logo. Some of these logos are a little bit light on the engraving on these. I don't know, but it's the Bach Stradivarius. Different Stradivarius than the violin maker, but in any case, Vincent Bach is the originator of these horns, and I think they just celebrated like their 80th anniversary recently for the Bach company. It's part of the Conn-Selmer conglomerate. But so this is the Stradivarius model 180 S37. So you've got the 180 series and the 190 series. The difference between the two, the 180 has a one-piece valve casing, so all one piece there. And then the 190 has the two-piece, which was kind of harkens back to the original Bach trumpets that were all two-piece valve casing. So if you like that more classic vintage feel and sound. All handmade right here in Elkhart, Indiana, USA, band instrument capital of the world, certainly of the US anyway. I think Taiwan might be taking over the title of band instrument capital of the world, but you never know. So this is the standard 180 S37. So what are the specs on this? This is a 459 medium large bore. This has the number 37 bell taper, the classic 37 bell taper, with the standard number 25 lead pipe on there. All of your appointments, you've got the third slide finger ring with the third slide lock, first slide thumb hook, your traditional pinky ring up top, mother of pearl key touches on the finger buttons up top, Monel pistons on the inside for very light, smooth action. Standard weight trumpet, all in hand-hammered, handmade, one-piece yellow brass, all the way through, everything yellow brass. You've got the traditional hexagonal mouthpiece receiver there, which is kind of a Bach trademark there. And yeah, so that's it. And then, of course, the bright polished silver plating. Traditional standard lead pipe. There you can see how that comes out, where you've got the two tubes going in. So you have the Venturi gap between the slide and the lead pipe there. And I think that's all the news that's fit to print on that. So this is the #1 selling trumpet in the world and has been for, I think, decades now. It is the most universally accepted, most universally played, most versatile trumpet on the market. You can do absolutely anything with this, whether you're doing concert work, symphonic work, jazz, solo, classic, pop, rock, R&B, fusion, anything. This horn can do absolutely everything. It is a tried and true tested model that will never disappoint. So if you're not sure of what trumpet to get, certainly you want to try some out, but you can never go wrong with the classic Bach Stradivarius 180 S37. John Gage, my 37 is the best horn I have ever played. Mom's doing Scandinavian blend pour over coffee from Sprouts. Getting super fancy on the coffee this morning. Vincent's here. Where do you get your Hawaiian coffee? My mother-in-law is the supplier of that. She gets it. I think she gets it on Amazon, honestly. Penny, if you're watching, where do you get the Kauai coffee? I think you can order it direct from Kauai Coffee, I think, but you can also check it out. I'm sure it's on Amazon or maybe at Walmart.com. I have no idea. But anyway, it's super good. And they have tons of varieties and flavors of the Kauai brand of coffee. So, but certainly check them out. And hopefully, if we ever get a Wake Up with Greg blend, it'll be a Hawaiian blend. We'll make sure that happens. But One of these days, we'll get some merch going here, hopefully. We got to get to like 1 million viewers, though, or 1 million subscribers. We're only at 1560. But maybe we'll get closer. If we get to 2,000, maybe we'll do that. So share it with everybody. Get those subscriptions in here. Get people watching the show, and then we can do the Wake Up with Greg cruise with our Wake Up with Greg coffee and have a great time. So there you go. 4 7/8 inch bell or 4.5 inch bell. I don't actually have the measurement specs on that, but it's the number 37 bell. All right, that's enough about that horn. We'll be talking about the next one here in a minute, which is a variation on this theme. So we'll set that one down. Take off the gloves. What's next, Jordan?
Can you recommend some music to us?
All right, I can, yes. And this is going to be part of the other theme of the show today. My music and then my cool thing and my wisdom are all going to come from the same source. So we'll start this off by telling you what it is. There was a fantastic movie that came out in 2018, I think it was, called A Star is Born, starring Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga winning an Academy Award for her songwriting for the film. Bradley Cooper wrote it, produced it, acted in it, directed it, did all of the stuff. They are a powerhouse duo. Lady Gaga is a force of nature with her talent. But the song, we'll talk about the music right now, and then we'll talk about the film a little bit later. But my favorite song from the film is actually one that's just sung by Bradley Cooper, and it's just him and acoustic guitar. And a little bit of trivia about the music. I think it's Luke Nelson, Willie Nelson's son, who sounds just like his dad. He and his band were the group that provided the background music for this group, Bradley Cooper's band. He plays the character Jackson. Is it Jackson Rains? Jackson Maine. I get that and Memphis Reigns mixed up from Gone in 60 Seconds. Anyway, so the song is called Maybe It's Time. Okay, and just a very simple tune, but man, really powerful in the lyrics. And Bradley Cooper, if he wants, the guy could have a fantastic music career outside of the film world. The lyrics on this say, maybe it's time to let the old ways die. Maybe it's time to let the old ways die. It takes a lot to change a man. It takes a lot to try. Maybe it's time to let the old ways die. Nobody knows what waits for the dead. Nobody knows what waits for the dead. Some folks just believe in the things they've heard and the things they've read. Nobody knows what waits for the dead. Goes on and on. But it's just a great, great song. I absolutely love it. I'm going to add it to the Wake Up with Greg playlist for you right now. All of the music on this film and soundtrack are just outstanding. But this one just stands out to me for some reason as just a really special song. And it's very simple in the way it's done, just voice and acoustic guitar. Just really, really, really nice. Maybe It's Time is the song. I'll back it up. It looks like I'm getting a little too close to the screen, a little blurry there, but there it is. We're going to add that. Pink Hobo is here. Good morning. Host Eddie is here. Welcome to the show, folks. Glad to have you. All right, so where's my button to add this? There it is. To add this to the playlist of Wake Up with Greg, which I've created on Spotify for you all. Public playlist. You can check it out. Listen to it. We've got over 12 hours of music on there now. So it's absolutely crazy. But so you can listen to it all day long. And there's a huge variety of music on there. Classical, jazz, pop, rock, funk, R&B, country. There may even be some hip hop on there. I can't remember if I've added any rap or anything like that on there, but maybe we'll get some of that on there as well. So all kinds of great stuff. And just very few duplicates as far as the artists are concerned, but tons and tons of music. So check that out. Vincent loves that song. Fantastic. Glad to hear that. All right. So that's the song. We'll grab the second trumpet here. All right. Get the fancy gloves back on. Vincent, what's the weather like out in your area? You're over on the East Coast. You're North Carolina, right? Remind me. I think that's correct. Pink Hobo and host Eddie, remind me where you guys are. I can't remember. We get so many people on here. I can't keep it all straight in my head, but I at least remember your names, so that's good. All right, next item up for grabs, we have the Bach 180S37R. It's a pirate horn. So across the board, specifications are identical to the previous horn, the previous model, except for the reverse lead pipe. And I'll show you that and explain that a little bit. We've talked about reverse lead on this show a lot, but it's always a good refresher. So here is where we're at with the reverse lead pipe. So here's the tuning slide, okay? That pulls out. And you can see the slide and the top and bottom are staggered. And the reason for that is, hang on a minute. Yeah, okay. It looked weird looking from this backwards angle here. So on the traditional lead pipe, the lead pipe goes over the tuning slide. So the tuning slide slides into the lead pipe, which creates a little wall, not necessarily a wall, but a little ridge that the air has to pass over to get through the rest of the horn. And that little ridge causes turbulence inside the horn, which creates resistance, which makes it feel, you get a little bit more feedback from the horn. With the reverse lead, the lead or the tuning slide goes over on the outside of the lead pipe, so you've got a continuous flow of air through that without any interruption at all. So it's a much freer blowing, freer feeling instrument. So the resonance is going to be different. The projection, everything's going to feel a little bit different to it. Everything else spec-wise is identical. 37 bell, 25 lead pipe, single one-piece valve casing. All of your access. The features. First, I'm backwards. First slide hook, third slide ring, mother of pearl key touches, hexagonal mouthpiece receiver, single water key on the tuning slide, but not on the third. Certainly one could be added if that was a desire of yours. These horns are available in traditional gold lacquer as well. We don't sell nearly as many of those, but the silver plate seems to be the way to go to give you that bright, sparkly sound. So that's the reverse lead pipe and the concept behind it. You can also call it an integral tuning slide, however you want to define it, but the industry nomenclature is reverse lead pipe. So there you go. That's right. Host Eddie's in New Mexico. Vincent's in North Carolina. 65 degrees out there right now. Kauai coffee from Amazon, lots of flavors, but Greg likes the dark roast. Javalia is her favorite. Okay, so Javalia is that Swedish brand of coffee. If Sax Boy, average metal enjoyer is out there, he would probably know about Javalia coffee. So yeah, great, fantastic. That is the Bach 180S37R for reverse lead trumpet. Live on the website, palinmusic.com. Give me a call, 417-882-7006. Or check out our Reverb page, reverb.com. Or email me, or come into the stores, any one of our 12 locations, 10, 12. I always get that mixed up because with the .com store being number 10 and store 12 being different, but we've got a store 13. Oh, those are just all our internal numbers. Let's see, Springfield, Columbia, Springdale, Arkansas, Oklahoma City, Liberty, or Kansas City, Joplin. 7 is St. Louis or O'Fallon. Number 8 is our internal store, so that's the corporate offices. Number 9 is Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Number 10 is .com. Number 11 is Overland Park. Number 12 doesn't exist, and number 13. So that's 11 stores? I don't know. Anyway, there you go. Oh, Wichita. Wichita's 13. Wichita, Kansas. So those are all the locations. Come on in and say hi to the folks and walk out with a really cool trumpet today, or a saxophone, or a guitar, or a drum set. I don't care. Yeah, let me grab this third horn. And while we're grabbing that, what's next, Mr. Jordan?
Can you show us something cool?
Yeah. Something cool. So as I said, sticking with this theme of this particular movie, A Star is Born. Here we are. There's the actual film. Came out in 2018. I've seen it several times in the theater, and then, of course, bought the DVD and have watched it a billion times since then, because it is such a great movie. Now, trigger warning, there are some very intense, adult themes in here. One of them being suicide. So, there's that factor. So be warned, if you're going to watch this film, that plays a part. Of course, language, drug use, those are all things in here. So this is not for the kiddos. This is not for, the family friendly, so to speak, but it is an outstanding story. It's a story of a young lady who is on her way up in the music world and is discovered by Jackson Maine, who is a star on his way down. So you've got the Star is Born moving up, and you've got the fading star moving down. So maybe they need to come out with a movie called Fading Star and have it reversed. I don't know. Anyway. But a little bit of trivia about this film is this is the fourth iteration of this film. Oops, wrong button. Try that again. So the first story, the first time this film came out was in 1937. A Star is Born, starring, let me go back to that, starring Janet Gaynor and Frederick March. Same story, but that was the original deal. I'm wondering if I can show you there it is. Okay, so that's the original Star is Born there. All right, and then we can get out of that and go to the second version of the film, which came out in 1954, starring Judy Garland and James Mason. Okay, and this version was really more of a straight up musical, if I'm not mistaken. But of course, the legend that is Judy Garland, you cannot go wrong with that. All right. And then the third version, probably the most well-known version of this film, A Star is Born, 1976, starring the amazing Barbra Streisand and Chris Christopherson. A little bit of trivia about Chris Christopherson. He and my dad went to the same high school. I think Chris Christopherson was a year or two ahead of my dad, but they did go to the same high school in California. So that's kind of a cool piece of trivia, right? This, though, man, Barbra Streisand in her prime of like peak powers, I forgot how amazing. I mean, I've always known she's amazing, but her performance in this film, musically, man, just freaking off the charts. So, and then finally, of course, we have the newest version, Star is Born, right there. So yeah, it's a powerful story. There's some disturbing scenes in it for sure, but musically it is just outstanding. The acting performances, I think both of these guys were nominated for their acting roles. I don't remember if either of them won for the acting. I don't think they did, but they certainly deserved to. Lady Gaga, like I said, is a force of nature. She's coming out in the I think this month, or maybe October, in the new Joker Folie à Deux, playing Harley Quinn, which is going to be amazing. And then Bradley Cooper, the last movie I saw of his was The Maestro, that he played Leonard Bernstein, which was, man, that was pretty insane. His performance in that was, oh my goodness, incredible. So the movie wasn't necessarily well received, though, unfortunately, but anyway. So there you go. Those are the two amazing people. That's the movie A Star is Born. That's my cool thing for the day with a little bit of history to go back with it. So there we go. My nose is running. I apologize. All right. What's left, Mr. Jordan? We got one more horn here, I think.
Yeah, just one more horn.
One more horn. Okay. So this one's not going to look any different than the other two, but I'll tell you what makes it different. This is the Bach LT, L as in Larry, T as in Tom, 180S37. So this is the lightweight version of the 180S37. So there's the logo again, nothing different there. In fact, I don't even know if it says anything different about it at all. I don't think it says lightweight or anything. But so what is the difference is this is made out of a lighter gauge, lighter weight brass. Still yellow brass, but it's thinner and lighter, which what does that do? Well, one, it makes the horn lighter. It doesn't feel as heavy in your hands, and really brightens up the sound. It gives it just a lot of sparkle and pizzazz, if you will, with the sound. So otherwise, all the specs are the same: hand-hammered one-piece yellow brass bell, number 37 bell taper, number 25 lightweight lead pipe, the mother of pearl key touches, the single water key, the third slide ring, first slide hook, third slide lock, one-piece valve casing, and a double brace tuning slide, and yeah. So that's all, like I said, it looks identical to the other two in appearance, but it is, I can feel it in my hands that it's lighter weight. So not being a brass player, hard for me to demonstrate the sound difference between these three. But maybe we can have Tim do a three-way comparison of these three horns, do a side by side, the 180S37 versus the 37R versus the LT. I think that would be a really cool concept. So anyway, there it is. That's the Bach LT for lightweight 180S37 in the bright silver-plated finish, also available in gold lacquer. John Gates, I've owned two 43 lightweights, and they were both incredible horns used on many recording sessions. Well, that's cool. So yeah, that's that. I don't know if there's anything else I can say about that I haven't said about the other two. All of the appointments, like I said, are identical. The case is identical all the way across. So that is the Bach, one more time, LT 180S37, live on the website right now, palinmusic.com, or give me a call, 417-882-7006, or check out our Reverb page at reverb.com. All righty, so that's the three horns. What does that leave us, Mr. Jordan?
Can you share some wisdom with us?
Yes, indeed, I can and will. Now I've shared this quote once before, so I apologize for the repeat, but it was a long, long time ago, and most of you, except for a select few, have probably not heard this quote before. So, and it is one that bears repeating multiple times. So, this is, oh, no, that's not true. That's trivia. I want quotes. There we are. So the legend that is Sam Elliott played Bradley Cooper's character's brother. Sam Elliott played the character Bobby in the movie, kind of the road manager for Jackson, Maine, the character. And towards the end of the film, Bobby says this particular quote, which is extremely powerful about music. And he says, Jack talked about how music is essentially 12 notes between any octave. 12 notes and the octave repeats. It's the same story told over and over forever. All any artist can offer the world is how they see those 12 notes. That's it. I mean, that's powerful. And you think about, it's so true. I mean, that boils down music to the just absolute bare essentials, the core of what music is. Music is essentially 12 notes between any octave. 12 notes and the octave repeats. It's the same story told over and over forever. I mean, since the dawn of man, music has been that. It's been those 12 notes. All any artist can offer the world is how they see those 12 notes. That's it. And that's so true because, I mean, the vast array of music we have available to listen to in the world, in all of the thousands of different genres and subgenres of music, and the millions of different artists that have written and created music, and for there to be no two songs that are identical. Now you can watch somebody like Rick Beato that does a breakdown of music, and he can compare songs over and over again that are similar in structure and close to being identical in like chord structure and melody lines and whatnot. But and of course, that's been said a lot of country music. You can later like 6 country music songs all right on top of each other, and they're all going to blend in and be identical. Not always true, and that's not really fair to country music, but I've seen it done on YouTube and whatnot. So, but man, the fact that it's still, there's new music being created every day by artists around the world, just using those same 12 notes. It's really mind-boggling. Some of the other foreign countries do a bit more microtonal kind of things. I know that's a popular thing in India and some other Asian countries where they're the notes in between the notes. Some of us would just call that an out-of-tune note. But, when you get into microtones, that opens up a whole nother can of worms. But anyway, I'm rambling about this concept of the 12 notes. So anyway, that's my piece of wisdom for the day. So tomorrow, guys, episode 150, we're going to be here bright and early, 8:30 a.m. Central to do this one more time this week. And then, of course, we'll be back next week doing it all again. I'm so thankful for all of you being on the show and contributing to the chat and talking and hanging out. And, hopefully you'll be back tomorrow, and bring all your friends. Tell everybody you know, share this with everybody, hit the like, hit the comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. So that's pretty much it. Let me leave you with this, guys. Helping people make meaningful music is what we do. And when you're ready, I'm here for you too. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye-bye.